and get Toby Gerhart in the 12th round, and then your problems are solved, man.
That's true.
You know, and that's a value pick. You know, because if you feel that that's going to happen, you think he's going to go down with injury, he's not going to have a good year, then that's going to leave the door open for somebody else to tote the rock, and that's Toby Gerhart now.
Oh, now you got my head spinning.
Well.
All right, thank you, David. And Rudy manning the power station here. There were mugs. Was there some T-shirts? Was there a clothing line, Heath? There's a clothing line coming out for 32 teams.
How did that happen?
It's because the show is so popular. Look, we got people calling from Cincinnati,
I'm going to have to wear one.
I know. We're going to have to get outfitted. We're going to have to talk to Ivan about that. You want to squeeze in one more team before we...
Yeah, we're going to finish with the New England Patriots, the Death Star. Hoodie is out there. You know, this is such a lackluster group. I have Lawrence Maroney is the 31st.
Don't be nice. Give it to him. Come on. It's the Patriots. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Well, Lawrence Maroney was the 31st fantasy back last year, and he was actually a value pick because you could have gotten him in the 14th round. Nobody had any faith at all in Lawrence Maroney, and why would they? He's been in the doghouse, every year with them. But you know what? He finished in between Beanie Wells and Ronnie Brown at the end of the season, and you go like, wow. Yeah. I had to spend a 4th rounder on Ronnie Brown last year. I spent a 7th rounder on Beanie Wells, and all I had to do was go into the 14th round and dig up Lawrence Maroney, and I'd have been fine.
I know.
That makes me crazy. We're trying to find that guy this year. That being said, he's never had 200 carries. He's never had 850 rushing yards. He's never had double-digit touchdowns or finished higher than the number 25 fantasy running back in the season.
Stay away.
But he's also had a penchant for fumbling at the goal line. He's in the doghouse all the time. Fred Taylor and Sammy Morris both are in a contract year, by the way. They're both interesting veteran backups to take a chance late on in your drafts. I would watch them in the preseason. Can either one of those guys continue to stay healthy? One of the guys from the offensive line of the Patriots the other day said...
Logan Mankins is upset.
Yeah, he said, well, Sammy Morris is the best running back on our roster. How does that make the other guys feel?
Right.
Let's see how healthy he is. Let's see how they perform in camp. The guy for the future in terms of a dynasty prospect, if you're in a dynasty league, is Ben Jarvis Green Ellis. I like this guy. However, there are rumblings about him being on the bubble with a roster space, but... that was
our 2-minute warning. Keep
warning.
going, keep going. I'm just letting you know.
My bet is that one of these veterans may be on the move. Kevin Falk is another guy to maybe.
They love him. They'll never get
rid of Kevin Falk. If you want to draft Kevin Falk, that's fine. I would get him the round before you draft your kicker because you're never going to draft a kicker before the last round. Don't you do it.
Look at him. Look at him.
Don't you ever draft a kicker before the last round because they're all the same. They are. Even Steven Gostkowski.
Jeez, sounds like someone got burned.
No. Kevin Falk is a guy to take that round. And then he could also be a bye-week fill-in for your PPR league. And
this is what I say, and I hate the New England Patriots with a passion. The only 2 players I would touch on that team are Sammy Morris and Kevin Falk because I've seen those guys kill the Jets.
You're talking in terms of running backs?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
And I know how Belichick plays and game plans. He loves Kevin Falk on a 3rd and 2 screen pass that turns into a 40-yard scamper and beats the Jets.
They do get to play on Thanksgiving at Detroit. Remember that.
Ugh. Ladies and gentlemen, this is 32 Teams, the Real Fantasy Football Show, going into triple overtime. 3 episodes dedicated to running backs. When we come back next week, we will be coming back and hitting hard with the New Orleans Saints.
The Super Bowl champion New Orleans Saints. Really awesome. I can't wait to start that show with those
Always
guys.
Bookmark our page on chataboutit.com. Download the podcast. You have to re-listen to the show to sift out all the golden nuggets that are coming out of it.
If you ask questions on the Facebook page, if you ask questions on the blog, 32teams.blogspot.com, we will answer those questions on air. We're going to also be keeping up the Facebook chat. If you want to just email us a question, we'll answer it on the air.
Yes. Yes, we will. Oh, there it comes.
I like it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the rockin' hour of fantasy football in June is over, and the Francie Frogs have left South Africa in a coach airplane, those babies. Play American football, baby. We'll see you next Tuesday.
You're listening to